Hi everyone, Coach Sullivan here again with MGS Coaching Football. To my subscribers, I thank you, and non-subscribers, I really hope I teased you into pushing that button. This past fall, I completed my 38th year coaching football and as a defensive coordinator. But over that time, I've also been an offensive coordinator, special teams coordinator, longtime head coach, and all of this at both the collegiate and high school levels. In this presentation, I want to talk to you about, let me do that for you. Sorry about that. I want to talk to you about one of our inside Veer triple option blocks on the perimeter that we have to defend. And it's what we call slot block on the outside linebacker. Okay? So I'm not going to get into the Veer scheme, how they sift up to the next level and try and cut off the flow and linebackers. We're going to focus on how they block the perimeter. And so then how it goes from the dive key to the pitch key. Okay, and so how we defeat the block and are therefore able to cover the dive, the pitch, the quarterback, and the pitch, excuse me. Okay, so over here are the key terms, and then over here I'm going to bring it to life for you. And I'm only going to do it in one direction. It's mirrored both ways. Okay, so the first key term is inside Veer itself. That's triple option. I have it under the gun, but it could under the center, but it could also be in the shotgun. All right. So the dive is a B gap here, B to C, but it's going to be a B gap. The quarterback is the C to D gap, and then the pitch is always the D gap, right? So A, B, C, D, right? Not reinventing the wheel that way. This is the A back, B back, A back. Okay, with two wide receivers. We would call this 30 personnel. Okay? So then the real key to this whole thing, as far as we're concerned, is everybody, okay, so inside, outside linebackers, DN, right? And the two DBs are all reading tackle to slot. Maybe not the DN as much, but certainly these four, like gray 4, which is the coverage, they're reading tackle in the slot, tackle slot, because the slot is the number 2 receiver, right? So see, this all ties in with our base defense. So the reason for the tackle, when it's going to be play action, that tackle shows you a hi-hat. Even if he turns inside, right, the turn back protection for sprint out, he's still showing a hi-hat instead of his usual sifting up to the second level. Okay, so that's why these guys are all reading tackle first. Okay, now the slot, now the tackle. I should have said that first. The tackle typically in our odd look is going to arc release, which means outside. He's going to try and widen the dive key, right? Triangle, the dive key. Occasionally, he'll release inside, which we just call a veer release. Either way, he's working up to this second level. Okay? The play side slot block for this presentation is he's going to seal or cut the outside linebacker. So the dive key is number 1. Typically, the next guy outside is number 2. But since they're blocking him, number 2, or the pitch key, becomes the safety. All right, and I'm going to teach you how this ties in. So non-subscribers are going to have to push the button. When we remove, so it's orbit, this is not orbit, but we treat it the same way. The safety is in stack, which means he makes the outside linebacker correct. Okay? However, since this is inside via triple option, when he gets blocked, he becomes the quarterback defender, and he's going to scream down and take away that pitch. Okay? So what I have here is I have the opposite A back going in his motion, right, through the butt of the B back, because this is the direction of the inside veer. Okay, so this is the dive key. we cancel out the dive. The other factor for us is we want to make triple option a double, quarterback pitch. So we always cancel out the dive in a very simplistic way. In our base defense, defensive ends are the B gap defenders. Well, they remain B gap defenders, so they cancel the dive. Very, very, very infrequently does the fullback get the ball on inside veer. Okay? Because as he shoots hands, let's just say that the tackle arc release is sifting up. He is stepping and playing the B gap, which is a keep read by the quarterback. Okay? So remember, I'm not doing anything else with the blocking scheme. So now let's get to the slot block, right? He is going to seal or cut. Well, we know how much triple option teams like to cut. So he is going to try, and what we say, he's going to try and log his outside leg, chop his outside leg. Okay? So what we teach our outside linebackers is they see their inside eye, they see the tackle, and usually these slots, they're either got their inside foot split in the stance of the tackle, or sometimes they're even stacked on the tackle. So it's real easy to see both is the point. He sees the tackle arc release, and he sees the slot coming right at him. He's got his hands down, ready to push, give a step, begrudgingly keeping his outside leg and arm free, but not widening out, so he creates a vacant lane. So if the inside linebacker got sealed, the quarterback's got a lane to run up it. We don't want that. So he's going to hold firm while keeping that outside leg free on the line of scrimmage. And if the quarterback is to cross his face, he's going to please the quarterback defender. Okay? So he's going to begrudgingly give some ground. Let me do it in green, sorry. But that his hands protecting his legs while he begrudgingly widens. That's the giving ground. Widen, not this way, begrudgingly widening. Okay, and he is a QB guy. QB guy, right? We're hoping he's able to patch over that sift block from the tackle. Okay? Now, he's reading the same thing. He sees that sift block. He is screaming downhill, and so we should have, with him keeping his outside leg free, okay, and him not being blocked, we should have an extra defender that they honestly cannot account for. So now as the pitchback is in phase with the quarterback, safety should have a nice open field tackle. He's got a good look at it for sure. Okay? So if, and this is how it's taught by us, let's just say for the sake of discussion, he widens too much. So now he's out there, so the quarterback ducks inside. He makes it right now and fits inside, taking the quarterback. So if he widens too much, so he's now out here with the pitchback, just by positioning, he takes the pitch, and the safety fits inside, takes the quarterback. That's what I mean by when I say it's no different than our basic stack concept when two's removed and when we're in orbit support. So non-subscribers, I'm giving you a zillion reasons to push that button. Okay? But that, when they want to make the safety the pitch key, they'll try and seal or cut the outside linebacker on our 3-4 front. Okay, that's why they do it. Okay, so we bring our base defense to the practice field with our hard hats and our lunch pails, and we work on cut blocks and reading tackle to slot, tackle to slot, tackle to slot every practice all week long. So as I said at the beginning to my subscribers, I thank you. Non-subscribers, I hope I tease you into pushing that button. To everybody, please reach out to me at CoachMJSullivan@gmail.com. Love to talk football with you. I want to thank you for watching MJS Coaching Football, and I want to thank YouTube for providing this platform.